Hello and welcome to Sisters in Lit and Life, where we discuss the lit we read and life. I'm Layla.
I'm Shannon.
I'm Whitney.
I'm Trina.
I'm Trenda.
And we are missing Rayn this week. So
She running late. She
She'll
running
be
late.
here
She'll be
later.
here.
she'll be here a little bit later, but we're missing her to start off with. Guys, this week we read Never Cross a Highlander by Lisa Rayn, which was Shannon's pick.
Get
Yay!
that recap on us, Shannon.
All right, so let's go. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Her name is Alyssa.
That's what I
Alyssa.
called her.
That's what I call it.
Alyssa Connolly. Okay, she was a free woman that was abducted by Scottish royalty in 16th century, and what else? She's forced to live life as a slave for the next past 3 years. And in her mind, she's like, I'm free. I don't belong here. And so she tries to escape like three times and always she tries to escape twice, but is brought back each time. And on the third time, she finally tries to escape again, but is basically abducted again, but by someone that can actually help her, which is basically the Highlander. The Highlander's name is Cullum, and he is basically a Scottish Highlander. Fine. um,
Sexy.
and basically, she tries to find her way back to her clan, which I don't know why, because her clan is a hot ass mess because they got some stuff going on over there, and basically they're trying to, what is it, fix around everything so that the man can have dominance over the hierarchy that's already in place,
Mm-hmm.
and they try to poison him, and he's basically damn near on his deathbed, and yeah, it's a whole mess. So we could just get into it without getting into it, but yeah, it was good to me. I don't know what y'all thought.
I liked it.
It was
Yeah, I liked
slow.
it.
It
It
was
was
slow in
slow.
the beginning,
It was very
and
slow.
it's out of the norm because I remember we talked about it in discussion about not being so known with the Scottish culture and
The Gaelic
everything
and all
that's
that.
going on. But she did her due diligence and she did her research to get us a little glimpse of what was going on. Um, Alyssa, which is she's forced to use the name, what was it?
And
Anne Blank.
and
Mm-hmm.
blank.
And she has to watch after Princess Elizabeth. Princess Elizabeth is a tool
She crazy.
A brat
Something
too.
wrong with her.
Total
So
brat.
spoiled. Spoiled brat.
because yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, but she doesn't know anything else. She's royalty. That was it, King George or King
King
James.
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 Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so this is her life. She don't know nothing else, but she's a brat. And can you imagine being a free person, being abducted, and then having to deal with this?
Go right
You're
back.
being beaten because you try to do things your way, but you don't necessarily you don't know the slave life.
No.
So you're trying to you know try to do things the way that they are supposed to be done, but you don't know it. So, sometimes you get out of pocket and you're
Yeah.
beaten for it, you're slapped for it, you're degraded. Like it's a whole mess.
Right, right. Even
So
if you think it's done correctly, or if you didn't do it quite correctly, but it's not to their liking. So you have to completely change the way you think. The things that you like, the things that you know as
Mm-hmm.
norm are no longer. You have to get into this person's mind. And then they still gonna beat you up because if you get it right, but they still might be embarrassed because they outshined by somebody else who has
That's a
something better.
different color.
Get your
Mm-hmm.
ass beat for that. So it's like you in a
I
lose
feel
lose.
like that's just like any kind of slavery at this point too, because it's like
Mhm.
you do what you're supposed to do and you still get beat. You
Exactly.
right.
work, you get all the stuff you're supposed to be doing her hair, dressing her, doing all this stuff.
Now she didn't fuck
But
that hair up in
because
the beginning
she
on
got
purpose.
spoiled, because she didn't want to do that.
She
And
messed
then
that hair
also,
up because
and
she
then
had a
also too, they was jealous. They get jealous of the slave, and then they
Mm-hmm.
want to beat him up for no reason. Like, how you gonna get jealous? And I'm up here trying to help you out. So it's a lot.
Yeah.
So what?
It was
I
so.
have a question about the
Oh,
slavery part.
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
So, okay, y'all stated that she started off, she was free.
Mhm.
What happened
Well,
for the
not in the
slavery?
book. She tells us that she was free.
Yeah,
Right.
so she's basically like in this other like they're like I guess you call them like their house, their clan. They are on a mission. She's a healer. So she was sent on this mission with them. And somewhere in here she gets, kidnapped essentially and put into slavery, but really her people set her up. So they wanted to get rid of her because she's the healer, and the man at the end who's getting like they're trying to
They don't
poison
want
him
him
to
healed.
take over his position. They don't want her there to heal him, so they have to get rid of her. So they basically kidnap her and put her into slavery with the princess or whatever. And so she'd be trying to escape all the time. And
But it takes Cullum to realize, like, okay, so the beginning of the book, the reason why she messes the girl's hair up is because all these clans, they're about to have like this group thing, this celebration. So all these clans from all around are going to come. She wants to be standing out there so she can see her clan.
so she don't know she got set up.
Yeah, she doesn't know she got set up. So she's like, when they see me, they're gonna take me back to the house. Like, I don't care if I gotta like
She was feeling
But she's trying to catch their attention without catching their attention in a phrase that she might get beat for.
And get caught.
So she throw the girl hair up in this raggedy bun because she's like, kind of manipulating the princess. Your father would love for you to be out there to greet everyone. She's like, I don't want to go. She throw that hair up, and then the guard kind of looks at her later like, say, before you go somewhere else, you might want to comb your hair. And she look in the mirror and she screamed. So she beating the girl up because she's like, you did this to my hair.
Yeah.
And get fixed. But then she still sees this as another opportunity. Okay, no, I don't want to be, because she's been beaten by this guard before. And she doesn't want to be made like to have sex with him. Because she's like, once those types of things start, you never see the end of it. So she's like, let me do this right. But then get the opportunity to go further out so I can kind of scope out the land and see where everybody is. She does. Hey, Rayn!
Look at you, looking cute.
Look at the comedian.
I see that shirt, girl. So she does scope out, and she kind of just happens to turn one way, and there is her clan there. And she kind of like, I sort of recognize a couple of them folk. But ain't nobody looking at they may lock eyes with her, but they ain't like, what's
They're
up,
not
girl?
looking for her. They're not looking for her.
They're not looking. They're not checking for it at all.
Yeah. What do you think about the book, Rayn? We was just getting into like the initial discussion.
Oh, I liked it. It was given like my man. He was
Yes.
I don't know what y'all been talking about, but I heard
basically we're up to the part where she was in the window trying to get the attention of her clan. We didn't did a recap, but right now we're right there.
We're deep diving.
This
Yes.
was
I just
They were
picture
with
this.
Rayn.
they want to stun her ass.
They was not.
They was like,
But she didn't understand why. Like I don't know if she was thinking like they don't want to get in trouble. They don't want to cause an uproar, have to fight all these other clans because they're gonna rescue me.
They're gonna come get me later.
Right. So it's like in her mind, she has to do all this stuff to kind of get over there with them and sneak with them.
yeah,
But she ends up with the Highlander. And he like,
crazy to feel
Hold on, before she wind up with the Highlander, she was like, they here, but they don't know that I'm here, so I'm gonna sneak out so that I can be with my people, right? And so she's trying to sneak out, but in all actuality, if she continues going the route that she's gonna draw more attention to what Cullum has going on the other side. So Cullum snatched her ass up. And
Well,
like, hey,
also, let's point out she's awful at sneaking out.
yes.
Awful. Like she did. She tried to escape. This is the fourth time, and someone caught you.
That was the third time, right? Wasn't that the third time, or is that the fourth?
Yeah,
time?
that was the third time. But look, though, how good can you really be when you have nowhere to go and no help? You're just like running.
You're unfamiliar. You're unfamiliar with the land.
Even after 3 years, that shows though the type of supervision they had on her. Because even after 3 years, you could have done left a breadcrumb trail and figure out some stuff. She can't even sneak off. In my mind, that's what led me. Like, she can't even ever sneak off to try to go explore anything. She is always has to be a present and accounted for.
And I think too, it was more so because that clan didn't want her to come back. So they had a deal with, you know, whoever's in charge there, the kings, and keep her ass here.
But she's a slave. I mean, that's what I mean.
But in slavery times, if you think about Black people, we did still get to go and have our sort of quiet time. We got to go and still mingle amongst other slaves. We had our slave quarters. They weren't always. We knew it was a line we couldn't cross because they was looking at that, but they weren't microscoping, you know, like managing us at all times. She had no free time. Somebody was always had their eyes on her.
Always. I just picture Colin as this dark chocolate sexy man. Not even dark chocolate, but just so sexy. Like he had 2 swords, y'all. 2 swords. He said, chopping shit up.
And then he was swinging that other sword.
He was
pulling daggers out of his sheaths.
No, but what got me is the scene where they was actually doing it though, and the wording of it. I was like,
baby,
this is different. This was different.
I know, because when Rayn was messaging, like, if they don't fucking this book anytime, I'm gonna be mad. I was like, Rayn, you about to get, I was a little ahead of you.
You was just there. You was just there. It was coming.
Call her. Hold on, I'm talking too loud because the kids here. Okay, look. When she had to swallow the seed, I said, bitch, you doing something. Even in this time, baby, this your first time. This what you
and that's what you doing?
Yes.
Girl.
He said to the tonsils, to the back of the throat.
Oh, man.
Release all inhibitions. That was good. That was good. Look, now we lost. We don't have no outline questions. No,
I couldn't come up with discussion questions for this one.
So some of the questions that I was saying was like understanding like slavery that as we know it as Black people, which I know she was Black but went to the Scottish realm.
Not realm.
Well, Scottish land. No. Scottish lands. Because at first I was like, this doesn't make sense. And then I thought, oh yes, it does. Because we all were stolen from Africa. It didn't matter. Like you ended up landing in different places.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Water.
Slavery was everywhere.
But how do we see the difference as from being born into slavery and then being someone who was free and you're kidnapped and you're forced into slavery? How does that affect? How do you think that affects the mindset?
I'm gonna say this: us 6, we would die the first day because they would kill us.
Oh, baby,
I'd be dead.
We gone. We dead.
Look, I'll be dead. I'll be dead on the journey. I'll be dead on the journey. No, I'm not even making it to the journey. I'm dead before they even try to put me on the boat.
I'm telling you,
I'm gonna be alive. I'm gonna be
You gonna be
alive.
alive?
I can adapt.
Like that gotta be hard. Like, cause I be thinking about like, so that's why I hate watching like slave movies.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? 12 Years a Slave. I
can't watch slave movies because it do something to me. But I know that I would have been one of them that either jumped off the ship or been out there fighting. Cause I just can't.
But
oh God, no.
Someone that knows freedom, right? So when born into captivity, you know no different other than
yeah, that's true.
Somebody say it won't be no different.
So I was gonna ask then, do you think that's why they had difficulties when they had like the Underground Railroad? You had the Harriet Tubmans, and it was some people who mindset they couldn't go, they wouldn't go. Is that, do you think because you're born into this is all I know, and no such a thing else exists but me having this life?
Well, I watched a documentary on that part of it because like before like they brought like the Christianity part to it, that's what stopped the slaves from rebellion and killing, you know what I'm saying? Like killing like the slave masters and jumping out ships and stuff, because they made them afraid to die, because from my understanding, we were more spiritual than we were religious before we came.
Absolutely. Because we know about organized religion.
Right. So Christianity made them afraid to die. Like if you kill yourself or you do this or you do that, you're going to hell. So I watched the documentary on that part. And like even now in this day, I can understand like some of it. You know what I'm saying? Like the fear tactic of like what they use. Because anybody can use the Bible to
look, they still doing it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it, like anybody can use the Bible and just to their advantage and be evil. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I'm reading the book right now and then evil as hell.
You know what I'm saying? So like yeah.
I also think too, like these times too, like her situation was just also very different than the slavery that we know and we've read about. We're in here in American slavery where it's all about greed and, you know, like getting palm colors, you know, all the stuff they need and stuff like that. Whereas it seems like this one, their slavery was more just about making their lives more convenient. Like she was just
scratching your back. I'm gonna scratch this area's back. They're gonna scratch mine. So I'll keep her so that you can go over here and do what you need to do so you can become the leader and whatever.
Yeah.
So it was more political.
Well, and even her, because she's a healer and she's doing all this stuff. But I feel like back in, you know, like traditional slavery times for like America, they wasn't trusting us to do stuff like that.
No. But they did. That's the crazy thing. They did. Like
I know they used to use us as experiments.
A woman to breastfeed their child and
that's
not
crazy.
feeding them. You get what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Or like who would trust somebody to fix their food and you beating them and you raping them? You get what I'm saying?
It's baby, because
that
whole house would have burnt down.
Right. You
sleep. I would have made sure you couldn't get out of your room and I'd burnt them down.
Right.
And like that's what I'm saying. Like I do feel like they taught us the part about slavery, but then like I be watching like documentaries and stuff, and they don't talk about the rebellions that happened. It was a lot of rebellions that happened in the United States, like where slaves like burning stuff down, you know, just doing everything, but. When they tell us about slavery, they just make it seem like they're like, you know, we were so submissive, we were so this, we were so that, but wow, the slaves were turning shit up over here.
And then so I have a question then. So
I love that.
Have y'all seen, I don't know if y'all heard some of the controversy about DeSantis in Florida saying that basically slavery helped Black people.
If I wasn't scared that I wouldn't be able to get back in, I would hang up.
You said where was this at?
Florida.
So Florida.
It's always Florida.
I'm about to say what
he's saying that, and there are some Black people who are agreeing because they're saying like the Congo and all those areas are still. Africa is more than those places, and
Africa
I feel like
still a big
the things that Black people invented and created. Why do you think we couldn't have done it over there? Because there are, you know, are some rich places in Africa. Why couldn't we have been there and come up with a lot of all the things that we still came up with and made Africa better and made the Congo better? And, you know, like make it where they wouldn't be such tribal areas, or it would be areas that were like in Hawaii, they have designated areas for tribal land.
I think too, we're kind of ignorant in the fact that all these places need all these technical what am I saying, guys?
Technology.
Technological.
That word.
Technological.
Why do we need all these advances? People have been surviving for decades and centuries without all of this new technology. So what's to say that because we have these things here, that the people who live in these, you know, tribal places that live off of the land, we don't want it, don't get it, because it ruins your lives.
Why?
Their lives are happy. They live
over here with all these mental disorders and all these things going on. They living free off the land, loving life.
I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna say that I kind of believe that. I don't think that everybody came from Africa. Don't shoot me.
That's what I was
when
gonna
say
say.
this. I think that some of us was
already here.
to this land. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do believe that.
Yeah.
I just have a hard time believing anything that these folks say over here right now,
Yeah,
especially like with all this information that's coming out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like daily, like information is coming out, like all these truths, like all this history, like the real history, like coming out. But we are in the age of Aquarius, where the truth is more disturbing than a lie. But hey, and whoever said that stupid shit, excuse me, that slavery helped black people, I'm gonna let
clearly somebody that's not black. I mean, but they're
But you
black.
know what? Was he the same?
No,
is that the same one that said that they should erase slavery from the books, or was that a different person that said that?
I know he
That's
agrees with it.
stupid too.
Yeah,
I think
right.
it's the same person. I'll be honest. I don't know.
I mean, like that's stupid too.
If you're gonna erase slavery from the books, give us our money first. Like, give us all the stuff.
You know what?
But
I
like,
believe-
that's the
I
thing.
believe
That's the problem with history.
I believe that the reason why they won't give our money is because it's so much to pass around, and then they got to give us our land. They can't do it.
But
They
that's
don't wanna
not.
keep it
But
up.
that's not my problem. That's not my problem. First of all, the United States give
How many billions of dollars?
Germany something billion dollars for the damn Holocaust. For the Holocaust, that did not happen on our land. That happened in Germany. Now, I'm not saying anything about the Jews, but what I'm saying is,
That was
how the hell you gonna pay somebody some billion dollars
I like that number.
for Holocaust that did not happen over here? But then you got all these African American people over here, ancestors. You know what I'm saying? Our ancestors, they died on this land, but you don't want to pay them. That's stupid. That is so stupid. That's stupid to me.
But they said, I heard that they was trying
But
to.
it's not stupid to us. It's not stupid to them, because then it makes some of our playing ground equal. To give us funding, then you can go stay in better neighborhoods. You can go. There won't be as much white flight. They can only fly go so far, go so many places. I mean, they already know, like, we're owning homes.
I'm gonna go stay over by Rayn.
Right.
Okay. We're gonna move in the right neighborhood. All of us.
They gave me my money. Now I'm just playing.
Right.
That's why she's so quiet.
Your neighborhood.
I wish they said
That's
that.
all I'm saying.
Look, you don't like
I just want to go where some Walmart at.
Oh,
You know?
I just don't want to work for the white. I mean, for the people no more.
Let's get back to this book. So,
Don't say it too loud till you ready to not work for him for
Right.
real.
That's why I said I stopped
Yeah.
myself. I stopped myself.
We have some
But I feel some type of way about that statement about slavery helped black people, because I do not feel like that it helped black people.
No, raping us and hanging us from trees. I mean, that
And
don't sound
then like
that
don't let me start on integration. Like, you know what?
let's get back to this book. So
Yeah, because I almost went in. So,
I ain't
yeah.
talking about that.
So I
want to talk about that.
I liked when what's her name? Alyssa, whatever her name was, Alicia, something like that. When they first escaped, and they was like had the because Callum, he's what's it? What they call him? Something the devil, something like that. I can't remember.
The black devil.
He's the one who be going in and freeing all like.
What was that? Alud Cootie.
That guy.
Alud Cootie.
So I like when they first kind of get off, and she's like convincing him, like, take me back to my place, take me back to my people and stuff. So they go, and they fall asleep somewhere, and then those three guys come out of nowhere, and he fucked them up so bad.
Girl,
Yes.
That was playing with him. They was playing with him from the beginning, even from the tournament. In the little tournament they played with him. The men that came upon that little camp played with him, and then in that whole battle, baby, quit playing with him.
Yes, and even like what's it called? I think I liked his when they were trying to teach her how to swim and stuff like that. I thought that was so funny. And then I think his cousin, I can't remember his cousin's name.
Ian or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. And he was like, I'm just gonna sit here and watch this show. He said, get the fuck back. I'm looking at my woman with my clothes on.
But once he took Klein to her,
that was it. That was a wrap. But I thought it was crazy how in the end, you find out like her lineage, and she's really like the guy, the
royalty,
the laird of this, her clan. It's really her brother, and like all this crazy stuff, and you're just like, yeah.
I saw that one coming though. I knew she was gonna be somebody with these
somebody
eyes.
important, yeah.
With the eyes. Like, it's odd that she didn't figure that out long ago, because they said that it was uncommon for somebody to have the light color eyes. So,
eyes. And when he said that, I made a note of that too, because he was like, which. And then I guess he was like, okay, her mom was a witch. We're just gonna let it at that. But like, I was like, they brought this up for a reason. So this is something of importance.
Right. I couldn't remember if the laird that was sick, the sickly one, if he had the color eyes. I know once he recognized that she was his sister or whatever because of the brooch she had on. But I don't remember them saying that he had that.
I don't think it was. I think she said, look at, because when he was talking to the lady that was already helping, like trying to make him better, she was like, have you seen her eyes? I think they would have been like, she would have been like, oh, they look like your eyes. Like but they were like, they look like the grandmother's or whatever.
So it was just, that part was a little weird for me. Why y'all didn't already know? Like these eyes, like when you're trying to figure out who your father is, the fact that back then, especially when her actual father would have been, they said that he was coming around, he was kind of helping. He should have, I would have thought that he would have had those eyes.
Well, my thing is too, like the laird, she hasn't been in captivity, but what, 3 years?
3 years, right?
Does he not know who she is?
Right.
Who?
Like she ain't changed that much in 3 years.
But that laird, she wasn't of. Oh, yes, she was.
Because she was Conroy. That's that Conroy clan or whatever.
Right.
Conroy clan. Right. So I'm like saying here, like,
right, you ain't recognize her eyes then.
Well, you didn't even think where did she go?
Well, she wasn't anybody to the people.
She was just the healer.
She was just right, but she wasn't even the main healer. The only reason she was with them then was because the main healer, well, you know, of course it was all a plot, but he was like sick. So they was like, okay, get somebody. But she was just a common peasant, really.
Yeah.
So
he should have noticed.
No,
I mean,
other commoners.
In my head, there's like 50 people that live here too. There probably are way more people, but in my head, there's 50 people.
But see, to me, I saw it as more than that, because I thought she was very popular, because she said she went around to different, like she wasn't just the healer here, like she kind of went around.
She was a commoner. Nobody knew her mother. It was just her mother, and she was saying how nobody really fucked with them like that because they thought she was a witch.
They thought the mom was a witch.
She didn't have a husband. They didn't really fool with them like that, so she wasn't popular.
Well, y'all, everybody know that lady house that you stay away from. Like, you
I said that they should have knew who she was.
You're right, like.
But not to say he didn't know who she was, but why she left or that she was gone. And he didn't know. I guess the brooch is what said, not the fact that these eyes are uncommon and these are like family eyes, but the brooch that had the crest on it is what made him say, hey, no, this is my sister. But you would have thought, that was the part that was weird to me. You would have thought that he should have figured that out. And then
my thing too, like the people who are trying to do this whole scheme, why not just kill the girl? What's the point of getting her in?
You know, when you leave a person alive,
you in the back in the days, dig a hole and put.
They try to be nice but mean at the same time.
I said,
he was like,
it always come back to bite you when you leave a person alive. Like, come on!
It just seemed like a lot of effort to get rid of her.
I'm mad that she was like tortured and whatever, but you sold her into slavery. What did you think these people was gonna do?
They was gaslighting her when they was like trying to do like the whole like trial thing, and he was like, well, we need to know if you ran to them and abandoned your post, or if you were. What do you mean? I've been gone.
Right.
Like, help me.
Post. What post?
What post? Exactly. What post? I'm been healing you.
I was like, But this was cool. I like the different style of this. Like, I've never really I've read something like this, but I've never read it by a Black author with Black characters and stuff in it. So I thought that was really interesting, because usually it'd be like,
see what Shadow.
It gave like Shakespeare hood drama, so I really liked it.
It was,
yeah.
It was dramatic.
It was a little bit long. They could have cut a couple things out. It was a little bit long. Some of the, and you know what? They just needed to get together. In my opinion, all books need more spice. It needed a little.
Think people believe it if they have sex too soon? I know we all grown. I feel like if you want to get that thing toe up, go and get it done.
No, it'd be whatever. It was cool because I didn't read it as a spicy book. Although
it wasn't.
But it was a little long. It was given like fantasy book, like how them books be like super long.
Yeah. And this one you didn't have to build the world though, because this world is very much ingrained already. Like it's not really a made up world. Yeah, but I think she should have just like, even with them, I think they're like back and forth banter and they're like a little bit of angstiness. And I was like, okay, cool. I feel like once he knew he wanted her, that should you take what you want.
Right. They didn't have to travel that long. They didn't have to do all that. They didn't have to travel that long.
We didn't have to keep her getting up and back and sleep and forth. And no, we there in two chapters. We already where we need to be.
Yeah, we there.
I know it took 6 months to get here because you on horseback and whatnot, but we could speed this up to 2 chapters. Okay, you could have just said a fortnight and a set night, and we'd have been there. Okay.
I will say this: I didn't read anything, and I was like, that was unnecessary.
Yeah. It was it just took too long for them to travel.
Yeah, they could have cut some of it out editing wise, but I didn't read anything and was like, now what the hell? Why did they put that in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rayn, you ain't had nothing bad to say so.
I haven't. I like this book. I gave it a 4.
Yeah, I gave it a 4 too. I do wish that we would have come back to the princess a little bit and saw kind of want to see the story from her side, her getting her ass handed to her.
Girl. Or at least a thing of like when she realized they was gone.
Yeah, because even her like little feud with the little princess across the way, I was like, "Oh, what's going on here?" Yeah, that would have been a little bit. That would have been some funny, like they could have done some funny side stuff right there. But it was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I don't know if I would jump to read another book just like this, but it doesn't deter me away from this kind of. Is this considered historical fiction?
It is.
It is. Okay.
It was historical and fiction, so
yes.
I kept thinking Game of Thrones the whole time I'm listening to this.
I love Game of Thrones. That's probably
So in some of these historical fiction books, there was a comment that she made, and I was like, "Why does it feel like this all the women's position? Or like this is what the men make you feel like?" So she says, "Why were women always blamed for what men did to them? Whether it was the slave owner's wife would be like, you're sleeping with my husband. Bitch, I was raped. Like, God, that's my fault." Like, it seems like every time that the slave, something happens to them, they're blamed. You're the reason why this happens. Have y'all?
Yeah. Well, it makes sense to me because why would I blame myself or someone who I think is better than you anyway? Like, you're here and we're all above you.
Jealousy.
So you're the scapegoat for what's ever going to happen.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of people who did that, it wasn't even a thing. It's like these people had anger management and they just needed an outlet. Yes, and unfortunately, this person happened to be that outlet. All these men was narcissists. I don't care what anybody say. All of them narcissists. Thinking the world revolves around them. No, we don't care that you want to be the laird. You probably suck at your job. I mean, that's why you're not him now.
That's why you got to sneak around and cheat and do all this stuff and get it.
And they wanted the chocolate.
They always want the chocolate.
They always want the chocolate.
I'm in love.
We have some comments, y'all. Shadowphone and Crystal have been commenting. So Crystal said this book sounds good.
It was good, Crystal.
It was good.
Definitely give it a shot.
Yes. Shadowphone asked, did we find any of parts of this book triggering?
I wouldn't say I found it personally triggering. Because I feel like even though she was a slave, and I feel like it didn't really revolve too much around that. Like it wasn't like boom, 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 all this stuff. It was like really in the beginning, she was like, this is the struggle shit I go through. And then it was more about their journey. And then like, just picturing this fine ass man. And then like them, growing and him kind of trying to teach her things and her being, a strong FMC, stuff like that. So
yeah, it definitely didn't give a whole lot of slave.
No, thank goodness.
Yeah. So.
It wasn't like
It focused more so on the storyline, more so than on the slave, the slave part of it.
even though we know, like, yeah, that slave part of it because she's trying to get the freedom, but it was so much behind it because she was set up.
It was like, yeah, it was like that's what's going on, but this is actually the story. It's just in that time.
Yeah. But in the book, she was only a slave for like 3 sentences.
Yeah. Right. She was running so she wouldn't get captured and brought back.
Right.
And then they tried to send her back. I said, what the hell? I said, instead of just saying, okay, stay here, and again, like, just allow her, like, while she sleep, get her out the way, I'm gonna send you back. Dang, man, I'd already been gone for 3 years dealing with all these crazy people over there. You gonna send me back? That's messed up. No compassion.
That part was stupid, because why would you know who is protecting her? You know where she at.
Because she told him, she said, he's gonna come for me. And I said, ooh,
come on.
He come through. What he do?
Come through.
Mm-hmm. Came through. Chop, chop, drop, drop.
Oh, but then at the end, when she was the one that threw that dagger.
Yes, honey.
You gotta save your peoples.
That's why I love a good, strong.
I like it. It was good.
Yeah, it was good. Good job, Shannon. Good pick.
Yes,
it was good.
We first saw. Honestly, the cover, I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna like this anyway because. I
thought it was gonna have more fantasy feel because I thought he really was gonna be a horse on the bottom. Like, what is that called?
A centaur.
I see that. He kind of looked like a little bit.
And he looked. It definitely
kind of remind me of Fabio, a black Fabio.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
I did think the book was gonna be trash, but it was good. And it was good from the beginning for me, because I would count a book out.
I feel like the only part that kind of dragged it was when they was traveling. Other than that, it was good.
It keeps you entertained, honestly.
It did. Yeah, I didn't. I think Trenda was the only one who couldn't really get into it, but that was just more so focus wise.
Yeah,
not so much not liking the book.
Language, like if you can get past the language, the story,
you can pick up on the story.
What did I say? I'll plunder these nether regions.
Yeah. Oh my God. If you can get past the language and just focus on the story.
Yeah, it was more me this week. It was more my focus.
Get your arse up. And everything in my head is in the Scottish accent. So I'm in here translating for myself. I'm like
in the Scottish accent.
I was just picturing like Fabio coming through, in that butter commercial.
On that horse.
Then he killed horse. He kept taking that ponytail off.
Yeah, that's what y'all.
His locks blowing in the wind.
The locks blowing in the wind, and he you want more, and then pouring the water.
Girl.
Yeah.
But I was thinking like Carl Drago. I don't know that much.
Yeah.
Drago, yes, baby. Yes. Drago
that's what he was getting me.
Yeah.
Is that how you really feel?
Baby, that's my favorite character.
Because look, girl,
Snow, my favorite characters on Game of Thrones. But yes, honey, he gave Count Drago vibes.
Do you watch C? That's another source.
C.
Yes.
If you don't watch C, if you like Carl Drago, go watch C. Same Jason Momoa. Give it same energy, baby. Go watch it.
It definitely is. C is so good.
Is that on Netflix or Hulu?
Apple TV.
Apple. Yeah.
Now, it's trigger warnings. Watch it your own risk, but it's good. But listen though,
it's him on there.
It's him on there. So look, the way he was talking about how Drago was like, once he got his wife, and he got Khaleesi, and he was like, y'all finna quit fucking her. And even your brother, he told that man.
He said, I cut. Ooh.
He said, baby, don't put your hands on her no more. Don't put your hands on her no more. And then he put her hands, and he said, I'm gonna give you your crown.
Your golden crown.
And then that part where that other man had called her something, whatever, they was fighting, and he took that sword and hit him right there. He
cut himself.
Like that. He like pushed into girl. Yeah. That's the best.
Can we get him off for that scene? Just him. I want to see that in.
Baby, Game of Thrones has 7,052 seasons.
Right.
That scene with Khal Drogo, and they was out there and they was fighting the sword fight, and that man took that sword and cut him like that, and he pushed. Baby, that's the best thing, girl.
Had you questioned your whole lifestyle over there?
Girl, I don't know why they killed him. I'm like, damn, should I have some toxic? Because he was toxic in the way that, but when they came,
but he wasn't toxic.
He wasn't. That was his way of life.
No. At first, they they was toxic when they
No,
got together
how?
first.
How?
Oh,
Houseway.
Houseway.
He was a little toxic. It was
Houseway.
He was not. That was his wife. He didn't even speak the language, so he didn't even know what the fuck was going on. That was his wife.
He bought his wife.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about him and his wife together when they first got together because they couldn't even make it.
They had a language barrier.
I get it, but he still was kind of. That was sexy. It was sexy, but
I'm defending him. He didn't know. He did not know.
He did not know.
He could have been a little kinder.
No, that was his way of living. He said, "You was given to me. Give me the cookie. Give me the cookie."
I think my favorite part of him and Khaleesi was when she's like, "No, I'm gonna look at you," and she got on top. I said, "Yes."
Okay, mother of dragon.
She knows she wanted it.
Once she realized, oh, this my man, and y'all can't whoop his ass.
Exactly.
This is my man.
This my man. This my man. Oh yeah.
That's what Colin was giving, and that's what Ethic be giving.
That's why I was so heartbroken when that woman poisoned when they killed him. Lord.
That was Game of Thrones just in general. You couldn't like anybody. You fell in love with someone in game. They was over.
I like Jon Snow though. I like Jon Snow.
Man.
That was my other dude.
I like the show all together, but if you've never seen, if you like that energy that Carl Drago gives, YC same Jason Momoa, he gives, baby. They can't. They're sightless.
They're sightless.
And when
I was about to say he can't see, and he's still whooping ass.
Quit playing with him. Don't play with him. Play with him.
Don't.
And they keep playing with that man. Quit playing with him.
Quit playing with him.
I was about to say the crazy ass sister with the bald head.
Girl, that lady crazy.
Y'all need to watch it. Y'all need to watch it. It's good. It's real good.
Again, trigger warning. Any scene with the sister. Trigger warnings. Any scene with the sister. Okay.
This is that terrible.
It's called
C.
It's called CSEE.
Man, that lady crazy. That lady is.
Wait, this is the one that he has a black lady that's bald that's kind of leading him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's some people who can see a woman with some kids, right?
Right.
His kids can see.
She's pregnant. A woman is pregnant.
Right.
Okay.
The kid
started
one man. It's one man. If you get pregnant by him, then you can he can see. He's the only person that can see, and he's birthing he's siring these kids that are having sight because nobody else in the world can see.
Nope.
And so the princess, the sister, she wants this baby with sight, and so she said she finna go get this baby with this sight, baby, and it's ridiculous.
But them is her niece. That's her niece and her nephew.
No, I ain't gonna give it away, but if you like Game of Thrones,
I kind of started watching it, but I need to go back.
You need to continue watching it. Go back and watch it, and then watch it all the way through.
If you like Jason Moore, if Carl Drago is what you give it,
and need it.
Because I restart Game of Thrones and get to like season 6 and stop and restart that.
Right, restart.
I ain't gotta watch Game of Thrones no more. That's too much. Unless I'm watching that one, I can get on YouTube and watch that one scene. He out there because them people was disrespecting his wife.
They were.
And he pulled that man and throw it out with his bare hands. Oh, his tongue. What the fuck he told you?
Why is that not legal today? Why can't a man
watch your mouth?
Oh God, no! I don't want you to pull on the throat now because I say some stuff you might accidentally do it to me.
So everybody rated the book.
Yes, 4s all around except Trenda. I feel like you would like if you could focus.
Yeah. So 4, we would read and recommend. Oh my life, right?
No, we can't see that.
You can now.
No, we can't.
No, we can't.
Yes, you can.
Now we can
recommend.
I can recommend.
There we go. Yeah, there you go.
Girl, you need to blow that up at the bottom. Redo.
So I just need some great read. We'll pass it around to my friends.
I'm telling my new friend to make us.
I was gonna send it to y'all. I just ain't had to.
Oh, okay.
They just can't be on white backgrounds. Clearly.
Yeah, they can't. They're gonna have to be on color. So y'all ready? I gotta do it on my screen.
Oh.
Okay. So who's left on the wheel?
Me.
Trenda.
Me.
No, I'm not left
Leila.
on the wheel.
What?
I'm not.
You definitely
going over.
Yeah, you is.
She is. and you win.
Oh,
Because this was I had my pick.
I think I was on there. I was on there last. I picked the book.
Yes, ma'am, you are.
You pick what book?
Who picked the book?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody named Trina.
So it's y'all three turn. Y'all three of this corner right here is y'all turn. So
That's
okay.
what I say. Do we start over?
I think we started.
Because I don't have books for like 2 areas. Lord.
I gotta go.
Ooh, Lonnie is here.
Oh yes, yes.
God, dog.
Pick urban
What
Okay.
are we reading?
urban romance.
Let's see. We
Please, Lord, no.
restructured our genres. So we got new genres on here to give us some freshness.
Okay.
Lord.
I'm so excited.
I'm so glad it's winning.
Please be science fiction. Science fiction.
Fantasy.
Okay, no. I didn't take that one in.
Romance or historical fiction.
We need to. I'm not finna say. We need a not a fantasy. We just read a 400-page book. This cutting into my ethic time.
That's fantasy, science fiction, paranormal.
What is that?
Fantasy, science fiction, or paranormal.
Oh.
Man, this was the only category I had like 18 books for.
Okay, the book
Man,
that I have.
got a book for that.
Let me see if it falls in this category. The book that I have is Alone with You in the Ether. Let me see who that
Along with You in the Ether.
Alone.
Alone, okay.
Oh shit, Rayn.
I got 92 more ethic books to read, and y'all keep giving me these
She
6.
said 92.
That's what it
Right,
feels
that's
like.
why Olivia
Because they
Blake.
got a lot.
Olivia
I
Blake.
know.
Olivia Blake, but I don't know if this is let me make sure it's what it falls under. It's only 272 pages. It is no, this is not right. This is contemporary.
This is not historic. This is not fantasy at all. Or paranormal.
No, wait a minute. Let me look back at my list. I got the wrong thing. Hold on. This is let me go back to my other list.
Let's go back to that. That's not it, guys.
I was thinking, I'm like, that don't sound like the title.
I mean, you hit me with Ether, and I was like, okay, maybe that's gonna be good.
Well, that's what I thought too, but no. I'm gonna have to do a little. Hold on a minute. Let me go back.
Go to your Goodreads.
Don't be swiping out of mine because I had a bunch of mine.
I say, go to your Goodreads.
I just started rebuilding my list.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. What did I have for paranormal? Dark.
I had fantasy.
My fantasy is Sweet Vengeance.
Okay. What is this? Soul of Ash and Blood? Let me see.
Okay, we got memoir on here, nonfiction.
I have so many, you guys. Tell y'all.
Okay.
That sounds good. Soul of Ash and Blood.
Soul of Ash and Blood by Jennifer. I can't
I
pronounce
just saw somebody talk about that on TikTok, I think.
But why does this say number 5? Hold
That's
on.
why I said it says number 5.
Yeah, so it's Blood and Ash is the first one. You got to read these in order. They're not standalones.
Okay.
Also, Blood and Ash, I loved it. I don't think Shannon. Did you not like this one? No, it was Serpent in the Wings you didn't like. She's not listening. But From Blood and Ash is real good. So I mean, yeah. But
okay,
definitely
the Flame King's Captive.
The Flame King's Captive.
King's Captive.
Let me see how long it is.
Yeah, y'all know these stories, baby. They all.
Oh, I like the cover though.
They all.
Oh, it's long. It's 516 pages. We're not gonna read that. We're not gonna do it.
Oh, okay.
Don't even look at it.
I like the cover. I'm gonna add it though.
I'm gonna add that one too, girl.
I'm gonna add it.
Don't be on my list. I got a good alien one.
Did you say a good anal one?
Alien.
Open up your ears. What'd you call it? Y'all can't pick for her. She gotta pick her own book.
I know.
Do we have to post it later?
Let's see. The Sun in the Void. That was another one.
Oh, I'm gonna steal this one from Shannon though.
Hey,
do we want like?
There you go.
Mythology.
You can't pick for her. She got to pick her own. I see you.
Do we want mythology?
Do we want
mythology?
I got it on your list.
What'd you say?
That's fantasy.
Yeah.
Which one you said, Leila?
Y'all can read about Eurydice if you want to read about mythology.
I'm down.
I don't like that so many of these are like I don't want to get one that's like, I want standalone.
Y'all want to talk about some life while she looking?
Yeah, okay. What's going on with your life, Shannon?
No, ain't nothing going on with me. Let's talk about what's going on with Book Talk.
I don't know.
Y'all hear?
No,
we're not talking about that right there. Don't worry about what I'm doing. I got this. Listen, you ain't driving. I wish you could. Anyway,
what's going on, Book Talk?
Y'all heard about that it's 2 authors now that I know of that was over here plagiarizing books. Y'all heard it?
I haven't heard about the second one.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's been 2. And she well known too.
Which one? Drop that name.
Okay.
The other one, the first one wasn't as well known, but the second one is well known. She wrote who on here?
Ain't nobody on here. Go ahead and tell me.
No, but we recorded though. But she wrote a book that everybody is in a chokehold about. The author name is Sean, I think. I think it was Sean. Was it Sean?
What's the name of the book?
The name of the book is, I can't even put it in no messages or nothing because, you know.
I mean, we don't brought the topic up at this point.
Here. Let me. I text it on what you call it. Y'all can see it on.
So you don't want us to say it out loud?
Nah, because I don't want no mess on Sisters in Life.
No, not her.
Yes, her.
So is it the whole book? Like they just took the whole book?
It's not the whole book, but just like the first one, it's 2 lines, I think, out of 2 different books. Verbatim.
What?
Yes. That book right there. If you go to the Twitter, you can see. Or no, what is it? It's X now. If you go to the X.
Let's not even talk about X. My phone, I thought I had downloaded some kind of porn site on accident. I said, X, what the hell is X? How did it get up here?
How you accidentally download?
Right, it didn't turn black.
I said, this don't look right at all.
Right. I was wondering where the app came from myself. But yeah, so it's 2 authors that's been accused of plagiarizing from a different book. Or 2 different books. You already know about what's that one author that deleted her whole social media account because she plagiarized for real and didn't even have nothing to say.
Hers was like,
she was just like, I'll go and change it. Yeah, hers was line for line. She was just like, she was asked about it and she was like, oh, no worries, I'll go and change it. You'll go and change it.
I just feel like too, one thing like it's just, even if you are, let's say you were like, oh, I want this line in my book, like I'm plagiarizing this.
You got money?
There's a thesaurus. You can say the same thing in different words.
Thesaurus.
I'm just saying. I mean, there's only so many ways you can say pussy, but I'm just saying you can say the same thing in the different word. You can get the same feeling across, the same meaning. And my thing is like, if you see it and you know it's already good, you can one up it. You can make it even better of a line. Why use the same already? You know what I mean? I just don't get it. I don't get it.
No imagination.
Yeah. But you don't write a whole book. So you have to have some kind of imagination. Because I heard the rest of the
But I was about to say, this is a new author. She, you know.
But you could have pieced together a book. You could have took a snippet over here, a snippet over there.
Exactly.
You know what? Remember when you were in high school and they made you upload, or in college, and they made you upload your essays and stuff to this one program? They got to start doing that. This is plagiarized.
Mm-hmm.
You look, what you call it? It's not like pro writing aid, but there's another thing like pro writing aid that you put it through and they give you suggestions on how to change it.
There you go. Boom.
So there's so many things out there.
They do it.
Yeah, there's so many things out there that you could have used to make sure that your book is not plagiarized. But you knew it and you released it, got caught on it,
And that line
changed it.
I love the line too, because when I was like,
look,
"Oh, this is a nice line,"
you changed it and put it back out there, and still did not release a statement on anything. You just was like, "Oh, okay." And then what I heard was you released it, and then as your recommendation on Amazon, you was like, for those that like her book that you plagiarized, you might like my book.
No.
The audacity.
I feel like if I'm gonna have the audacity to plagiarize a book, it's gonna be a completely different genre that's so far away from this genre that the people who read this book are never gonna read that book. And you decided you're gonna say you like the girls.
And you know what? The thing about it was for me is that the book wasn't even.
I didn't read it.
It wasn't even nothing. Like, I mean, they was just bumping. Like that was it.
That sounds
like they met, they bumped, game over. That was it.
Like kind of book.
But no, it wasn't even. It was regular. Yeah, it was regular.
No, nah. You got to be creative to get my attention nowadays.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I read about a door, so you know it don't get no deer.
No. This was just when Harry met Sally. And they got together and they was bumping, and the end. Oh. Yeah, that's it. So, But you seem a little bit too engrossed. This is a deviation from you trying to find your book. Did you find your book, ma'am?
Yeah, you were supposed to be looking for the book while we talking about life.
She got into the book.
You started listening to us.
I got it. I don't know how. This is sci-fi.
I'm so excited. I love a good sci-fi.
Shit, I don't know.
I'll let you know if it's gonna be good. Go ahead, tell me what it's called.
The Deep Sky by Yumi Katase.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, Yumi Katase. Yeah.
Show me the book. What the book look like?
It's an interesting cover.
So they're having to. They left Earth to save humanity. They have to save themselves first. It's the eve of Earth's environmental collapse. A single ship carries humanity's last hope. 8 elite graduates of a competitive program who will give birth to a generation of children in deep space. But halfway to a distant but livable planet, a lethal bomb kills 3 of the crew and knocks the Phoenix off course. Asuka, the only surviving witness, is an immediate suspect. Asuka already felt like an imposter before the explosion. She was the last pick for the mission. She struggled during the training back on Earth, and she was chosen to represent Japan, a country she only partly knows as a half Japanese girl raised in America. But estranged from her mother back home, the Phoenix is all she has left. With the crew turning on each other, Asuka is determined to find the culprit before they all lose faith in the mission, or worse, the bomber strikes again.
Boom.
Sounds like the 100.
Let's try it. I love that show though. That show was good.
That show is so good.
So it's something a little bit different.
We're gonna read it. I'm here for it.
So it's on Scribe.
Is it on Scribe? You said.
Let me see.
I'm gonna look on Kindle and see if it's on there real quick.
It's on there.
Okay, KU.
Me on Scribe.
Oh, okay. It is not KU.
Oh no.
It's available soon.
On KU or on?
Well, it's showing. Okay, so he's saying it's not available to August the 5th.
You can still read it as long as there's a preview.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, do the preview.
What's the name of it?
And then it'll automatically.
The Deep Sky.
Yeah,
because it says it's available August 18th.
Yeah, if you play the preview and then just stop it and restart it, it'll let you play the whole thing.
That never works for me. I'm gonna see if it can work this time.
You gotta save it. I had to save it in my saved things and then exit and come back.
I'm gonna download it.
Okay, I'm gonna save it.
Girl, I mean, right? That 100. No, like I can't. It's kind of like Lost. Like I love Lost up until like they started doing foolery. Who wrote this? Her name is Yumi Yume Kitase Kitase.
I got it.
I'm interested. I love a good science fiction book, so I'm here for it.
And this is different for us.
We've never read a science fiction book.
We've never done science fiction. I'm like, let's do something.
Aren't you glad we switched up the genres, y'all?
I am, because it gives us a palate cleanser.
Yes.
Because we were having a lot of, seemed like we were coming around so fast.
Is a memoir. That's the only one I'm going to struggle with.
That's why. Oh yeah. Except I'm gonna tell you now. What's her name? Annalise Keaton. That's not that woman's real name. Her memoir is so.
Viola Davis.
Viola Davis.
Why you call her Annalise Keaton though? Like that's her real name.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something. When she owned that.
I like Jennifer Lewis, but hers even got a little annoying after a little while.
Oh, you know what? I haven't read hers. I'm gonna tell you whose I loved listening to was Will Smith because he read it himself and it was really good. It was really
Jennifer
good.
Lewis read hers too, so it had her whole like, you know how she be doing that.
Yes.
It had that in there.
Viola Davis was what, like $12?
I got it on Audible, I think, but it was good because I listened to it and I didn't realize the struggle she had. Like she deserves everything that she is like.
Isn't it crazy when you get to like their lives? Like I feel like a lot of Black actors, they struggle hard,
man.
Like hard, like like the Pursuit of Happiness for Smith. I'm like, that was your life,
like, right?
They did some struggle.
You know what? Because I had read.
Rayn, what was you laughing at?
I was laughing at the Jennifer.
Oh.
No. Go to the principal office. The Jennifer lady.
I didn't think about it. I was laughing.
Yes, but after listening to Will Smith and his struggle, like I kind of understood the slap thing a little bit and him having to defend women because he had to defend his mom, or he couldn't stand up and defend his mom because he was afraid of his dad. And so to be in this position where I'm gonna be in front of all these people and everybody's gonna see me stand up and defend a woman, let me slap Chris Rock, little self. Okay, that's off topic, y'all.
That's awesome.
No, look, I think he deserved it after that stupid ass stand up he did. Talking about he watching masturbation.
Kind of coonish to me.
I was like, I never liked Chris Rock.
I've always thought he was coonish, so I just have a problem with that.
He know how to get his money. He plays to the audience.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I just
You know how like there's that forced
he just
funny.
Forced
funny comedian.
Him, Chris Rock, Bill Bellamy.
Not funny.
Wait a minute, it's another.
I don't think Bill Hughley
is horrible. It's somebody else that's like that. Mike Epps. Mike Epps
is trash and stand up too.
His stand up is not funny.
It's awful.
And somebody else.
But his show is good. But I think his show is good because of Wanda Sykes.
Better actor.
Who?
What show is
Mike
he?
Epps out, like when Mike Epps played the movie,
somebody else, right?
You know
what show is it called, Amir?
My favorite movie he's in is in Dreamgirls. No, was it Dreamgirls? Or no, not Dreamgirls. But he was in the one where they were singing. The sisters were singing.
Something Records.
That's Dreamgirls.
No, Eddie Murphy.
The three sisters where one of them was.
Oh no, Sparkle. It's Sparkle.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was the other one with Beyonce.
I thought
she was gonna say fine.
I didn't like
Girl,
the character.
I almost hung up
that part. He played the part. I didn't like
the character he played. Was good.
He's not a bad actor.
No, he's a great actor.
He's just I don't call him great.
He
when
does
well. Get up. No, not a Fridays. No. But in this, where he
I like Day. What you talking about?
Me too.
I do. You're playing out the parts that are written for him.
Yes, he's not writing nothing.
He's great at what's written for him. He does a good job at it. Now he ain't Denzel Washington, but no, like he could play those silly.
No one is Denzel Washington, but
nobody.
Denzel.
I don't know. Idris might be up there because I like some Idris.
I like him too, but not like I like Denzel.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Denzel, you know that
actual accent.
Denzel. His name Denzel.
Denzel. I only like Elba's accent. So it was like one movie where his sister's name was Naomi, and he goes, "Naomi."
No. If you don't watch,
Taken? Is it Taken? I think not Taken, but
Takers.
No. Takers.
I like him and Luther. I'd be like, oh yes, okay, Idris. I see you.
All right, y'all. So for next week, we are reading The Deep Sky, a sci-fi, which is new for Sisters in Lit in Life, by Yumi Katase. Because we don't say Katase. We're gonna roll with it.
We're gonna figure out how to say
your name. We'll find out how to say your name before next week.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. We're gonna do our best too. So does anybody else have anything to add?
I think Shannon did a good job on this week. Good job, Shannon.
Oh yeah, Shannon, you did a great job. Hopefully we're saying the same thing next week when I read my book. It's always so much pressure. It is
this is our first 4 in a while.
Yes.
Okay. We haven't had a 4 in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I feel like we haven't had a 4 since we read Fourth Wing, and that was
Fourth Wing.
That we haven't had a 4 since then. Or a good book since then. Everything's been 3s.
So, I have a question. Are we gonna reread Fourth Wing before?
I don't think I need to.
Mm-hmm.
I might need to reread Vicious Bonds. I might need to reread Vicious Bonds.
Now, Vicious Bonds, I'm gonna have to go back.
I'm gonna have to go reread that. But I want to reread that anyway. I feel like there was hidden stuff in there I didn't see because I was, there was shit going on. I said,
your map and your glossary out. You need your map and your glossary out. So
yeah. So November, Shannon, you muted. We can't hear you, honey.
We can't hear you, Shannon.
Go back and annotate Vicious Bonds.
I feel like the month of November is booked for Sisters in Little Life. Essentially, it's all fantasy.
Absolutely. Also, Shannon posted a very neat TikTok about annotating.
Oh, yeah.
Creating your own keys, and it gave pointers on it. So, like, I do think Vicious Bonds, like, that would be a great book to go back and annotate. Get your notes.
Maybe we should do that as our traveling annotated book.
That's right.
Yeah, because Rayn failed.
She did fail.
My book is on my book sale. I didn't want to let
You did fail.
Yeah, in the freezer.
I'm so done.
I do have Vicious Bonds. I did purchase that from book. So
I'll go ahead.
Go
ahead, Rayn.
I was gonna say I don't want to reread that.
I bought see-through. I don't have them right here, but I bought see-through sticky notes.
Yeah,
so
I have a whole annotated
I'm like, oh yeah, I bought it for annotating. So I'm going to use that.
I don't know if I'm gonna annotate. I don't know if that's for me. I'll be ready to just get through the book, like, and just and absorb it naturally.
Yeah. Like, that's the book I've already read, because if not, it'll take from that experience.
Yeah.
Or you can just write notes.
But see, I don't. That's why I don't like rereading. But I don't have a book. Oh, The Shack is the only book in life that I've ever reread.
Wow, you done reread The Bitch?
No, I haven't.
You didn't reread that one? I thought you reread that.
I keep saying I'm going to because I want to see if I'm gonna like it, but I just ain't got around to it. I didn't reread that book.
Yeah, you got caught up on the 8911.
Baby.
Ethic.
Man, I like Ethic. Now, Ethic.
Put it on bro for 10 minutes.
I like that Lux, and the girl said I'm supposed to read Lux, and they ain't said Ethic once. I ain't even an Ethic bone in somebody, but I ain't word Ethic.
I don't even know why they told you to read Lux. I ain't read Lux. I read Lux like whenever I wanted to read it.
They was like, read Moth to the Flame, which is crazy because I want to know, because at the end of Moth to the Flame, spoiler alert if you ain't read, his face get messed. But in Prada Plan, ain't no wrong with that man's face.
I know it is in Ethic. They talk about it a little bit.
What they say about his face?
They said that he, whatever happened to him. I remember because I just you had just said something about it in the group chat, talking about if you hadn't read that you wouldn't have known. And I was like, I think it was like 3 minutes later. I was like, oh, this is what they're talking about. His face. It didn't say his face, but they said something about the way he looks now is different than the way he used to look, or something like that. It was like I'm
on Ethic. I read the first 3 because I read Product Plan, and then I read the first 3 Ethics, and then I ran across that TikTok, and the girl said I was supposed to read Moth to the Flame first.
You can't believe everything on TikTok.
Well, Moth to the Flame, yes.
So I should read Moth to the Flame before I read Ethic.
No, yes. But look, I'm telling you now,
it's not necessary. But it gives you background story.
This is that stuff that how you go to the car dealership people and they tell you need some extra shit that you don't really need. It'd be nice. They trying to upgrade your wipers, and ain't no wrong with this shit, okay? Ain't no wrong with the wipers you got. But it is a good book. But if you want to know how he got Morgan and what happened to
Rayn,
right? You want to know what happened to Raven? He tells you, but if you want to like be there,
the inside story, that's that.
and find out about.
I'll just call you, Rayn. You can tell me what happened.
But you don't gotta read the book. But it is
because I already read Ethic, and I'm about to start Ethic. I'm about to start number 2, so I was like, I don't want to go back. I already read.
Yeah, I'm going back to the Cartel.
I'm gonna do Cartel.
Read that because I got that. She had
the Cartel is good. I like the Cartel.
I've never read that, and so I'm going to.
A Cartel, the same girl listed all these damn books that you got to read.
I saw that the whole list.
So who is that by the Cartel? I think I got that.
The same people. The same people. Ashley and DeClavia.
I got one of their books. I bought one and I still hadn't.
I have some of their books on audio.
Well, they're free on Audible, I think, for the most part.
Yeah, and the narrator gets too into the part, and it'd be like,
is that Corey Height?
One of them was funny.
I think it's by what's her name? It's someone else.
Oh.
On Scream or on Audible, the girl.
You can do them on Audible real quick.
Yeah, Audible. Yeah. I was like, I read that book. I was like, I think I started at 10. I was like, y'all, I finished this book. It's 2:00. What's next?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I would have been done with this week.
Let me know when y'all get the Butterfly. Butterfly finna piss y'all all the way to
Butterfly's not done yet.
On TikTok because she ruined, and I'm one there to do a TikTok and spoil some shit. So I don't even know why I was mad at like. But baby, she had said something that had to do with Butterfly. I said, I'm about to throw my phone.
You supposed to say spoilers.
You supposed to tell people.
Yes. You're giving a spoiler.
That's when I gave up. That's when I gave up. I will not read another Butterfly book in my life.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the last one. I hope this is the last one.
I'm good. Y'all can keep it.
It's one that comes
out. I've never read them.
Yeah, I'm not reading Butterfly.
I'm going to Cartel.
But they all, is that about ethics too?
No, that's about Morgan.
No, that's about Morgan.
Oh, but okay.
And Morgan finna piss your ass off.
Morgan pissed me off in the first Ethic.
Well, she
it's not even a half. It's not even a half.
Her sister was hot too, though. Her sister,
Brittany, is it her name? Brittany?
Belle,
yeah.
Bella, or something like that,
or something like
that. I don't know.
Bella
I don't care.
She's the younger sister, Bella.
Yeah, Bella get turned up. She got a little smart.
Oh shit, because she a little girl in this book.
I mean, Raven. She in Multiple Flame.
Hold up. You'll find out. Keep on reading. You'll find out about
Butterfly.
Keep on reading. Call me when you get the Butterfly. I want to know.
Right,
I want to know.
Everybody out in the group.
That's why
ain't gonna cuss me out. I didn't ask for her to read it. Ain't gonna cuss me out.
The girl who told me to read
cuss everybody out.
I think once you get done reading the ethics series, I think you should go to the Cartel because Butterfly, you ain't gonna like it. I'm dead serious. You ain't gonna like it.
You gonna want to chuck whatever device you're reading it off of.
I'm not taking that L, so somebody else can take it.
I'm not taking. I done told you. What's today? August the 2nd.
Yeah, go to the Cartel.
Now stamp it in history. Don't read that.
It made me want it. Well, all of it was a little itchy.
Product plan was just too much to going on at the same time. I was like,
no, you want to talk about too much? I'm telling you.
Yeah,
go ahead and read it if you want to.
Like
at your own risk.
Off about too much.
At your own risk.
You better have a balance.
Better.
If I see a what the fuck,
I already know. I will already know.
Well,
I'm gonna prepare yourself.
I still gotta do looks too, and then I still got 2 more ethics to go. So we gonna see.
Yeah, see, because I finished all the ethic, and I think I got to Butterfly 2 or 3.
No, you
hell no.
Because I'm on 5. I got to get number 5.
Nope. I refuse.
Because I'm going like, at what point do y'all just be tired?
Right.
You ain't tired.
They come up with more situations.
Girls, that damn. What I was mad about Moth to a Flame with Raven ass. Girl, you just gonna keep on going back, huh?
They be doing some stupid stuff.
You just gonna keep on letting them whoop your ass, huh?
Oh yeah, I can't get with that.
Do y'all know what happened to y'all?
What happened to her?
I didn't finish Product Plan, but we can tell me because I'm not gonna read it.
What happened to her?
I can't.
Ain't Ethic with y'all?
No.
She's mentioned in it like
who Ethic with? What?
Right now he with the girl he killed that baby by.
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
She pops back in. She pops in, but she was never
put him in the air fryer.
I thought y'all in Ethic y'all died already.
Read the packet.
Y'all already died.
Right. Read
Ethic and Yaya and what's her name? What's the other girl? He has 2 past loves. I can't remember the other girl.
Raven is the one that died.
I don't know if I'm going to get it. This already sounds too much.
It is too much. It is.
Yaya comes in.
Hold on. What's the one that he killed? He killed her baby.
I can't.
The girl he went in Ethic 1. He's with her.
Right. I can't think of her name though. But Raven is the one that died in Moth to the Flame. So that's the beginning. Yaya is not dead.
Okay.
Yeah, she pops in and out.
She pops in. He was going. She was stupid too because she should have stayed with Ethic, but she ended up going back to ending. But she not dead.
Okay.
Not yet.
I know one of them was dead. I know which one.
Dead in Butterfly. Something. I don't got them. Traumatic, baby.
Don't read.
Oh my god! I ain't even gonna give y'all no spoilers.
Baby, Yaya been through some trauma in her life. She needs to sit down.
Yeah. But I'm going back to Cartel. Y'all have fun with that. Y'all enjoy.
I'm gonna head to Cartel when I'm done with Ethic.
When you starting on Cartel?
What book am I reading right now? What book am I reading right now?
And this book we gotta read for a podcast is only $2.50, right?
But I don't read that until like Monday, Tuesday.
Not long.
Yeah.
Why did it say? Let me see. Y'all said like when I go up in there, if I save it, it'll automatically download when it's available.
When the preview stops, just go close the app and go back in, and it'll let you finish. It'll let you keep going.
Okay. Yeah, I can start today. I'm gonna finish reading A Billionaire's Weakness.
Oh, is that the one that comes out? The one you were talking about the other day? Nah, never mind. That's not that one.
But it's showing that it got 74 chapters.
KB has that billionaire one. Remember you were saying that's not that, right?
Everybody, let's go through and let's say one book you're reading that has nothing to do with the podcast, so everybody can hear like what's on our list right now. Shannon, go ahead. What are you reading?
A Billionaire's Weakness.
I'm currently reading Crossed by Emily McIntyre.
Is it good?
I'm only like 15% into it, but so far so good.
Okay.
he crazy as hell. He crazy as hell, y'all.
Who you say?
He crazy.
Trina,
what's yours? You muted. Nope, go back.
Can't hear you.
Nope, go back.
The Garden of Shadows and Bones by Yessie Blue.
Oh, that sounds good.
Let me add that one. Is that on your TV already on Goodreads?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna swipe that bitch.
What you reading, Trenda?
The Side Wife. I'm finished. Well, I started.
The Side Wife. Who's that by?
I think the author name is Toy. Because baby, let me tell you something from the very first beginning. It is so messy. And I wish I can give her something to beat her husband. Because baby, he got some audacity.
Audacity.
Yes. Like,
So I just finished The Other Mistress by Shanora Williams.
Oh, how'd you like it?
Was it good?
Fire.
Can you put that in the chat?
I think that's my TBR already.
Yes.
It's on my TBR too.
And I'm reading Take a Hint, Danny Brown. So like a little romance. It's by Talia Hibbert.
We know.
She does the Chloe Brown ones. Okay,
yeah, we know.
Just the Brown sisters. Yeah, just a cute little switch up. But yeah, let me put The Other Mistress in here, baby.
I cannot.
I was looking.
You like romances like that, don't you?
But you know I'm a romance author. So yes, I like sweet endings. Well, I did like sweet endings. So things are changing for me. So I got some stuff that I am gonna write one that's a little sweet ending that I'm working on. But I have a psychological thriller that I'm coming out with. So
okay, I'm ready.
Ooh. So I got a question.
Got your beta team right here.
Hell yes. I need Rayn. Let me tell you something. Everybody need a Rayn on their beta team. Let me tell you something, because you ain't gonna release no stupid shit.
Everybody this is unnecessary.
Hey, come here.
This is unnecessary, man. Cut this shit out right now.
Hey, they just talking for no reason. Why this up here? They didn't do this over here. That don't go together. Take that out.
Let me ask y'all a question.
How you doing it?
Nah, she gonna be like,
But I'm gonna tell you, you need that because sometimes when you're just writing, even though you have your outline and you're writing, I know what the story is supposed to be.
Yeah. And don't translate the paper sometimes.
And so sometimes you get ahead of yourself. You know how it's supposed to end, and sometimes you do miss things. So that's what you need those beta and alpha and beta readers for, to help you get that back. Like some people, some of these books we done read, they didn't have no. They had their homies read that book. So
yeah. So anyway, I ain't gonna talk about the coloring book.
Your homies should be the one to tell you.
They should
to say, hey, look. Either A or B, and then you can see sometimes where people are like they must have taken breaks while they were writing or something like that. And be like,
you have a different, and sometimes the characters speak differently to you, and it'll change up. But I'm gonna tell you why that doesn't offend me. I was a teacher. Let me tell you something. That red pen, baby, used to go to town on some papers. So, like, help me get to the best version.
You get that constructive criticism.
Yes, I can take it. You know, I'll be like, okay, let me start over. Let me tell you.
Wait. What book are you reading, Rayn?
I'm reading Lux by Ashley
okay. So you went down the rabbit hole. Okay.
Oh yeah, I got to through.
She got to see it through, my boy.
I need to know. Have anybody ever read a book by this author? I think they name her name is Ivy Simone.
Ivy Simone or Ivy Smoke?
Ivy Simone.
What's the title of the name? What's the name of the book?
That's how you say. The Bed We Made.
That sounds
good. Like the title.
The Bed We Made.
I'm gonna send it to.
I feel like I don't read it. Is it older? Is it an older book or is it new?
I haven't read this. I'm about to read it.
I haven't read nothing by her.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It came out in 2017.
Well, I'm going to have that as my list.
It look like it's gonna be good.
What's the name?
You can give me one cover.
That might be a next week kind of book.
What was the name of it again?
The Bed We Made.
Sound like some bad shit finna happen.
Oh, baby, because I read what it's about, and it's not like it's gonna.
It looks like it's a hot mess.
So, yeah.
Look, Nisi, a discontented wife, goes on a vengeful mission seeking a man, any man, a stranger to give herself to for one night, just to give her cheating husband a dose of how it feels.
She gonna end up pregnant.
She gonna piss somebody. She gonna piss off the wrong person.
She gonna end up pregnant. The man gonna be attached. Like this.
I think you may say like the man. Let me see. Did he go to jail or something?
Who not finna play revenge with my coup is me.
Right.
Girl, they be the got attached. Be like, nah, you can't have no more. This. They be like,
They don't even make no damn sense.
You can't play revenge.
I won't play revenge like that either. But it's something about this book that I want to read.
I read it, but I
can read it, but yeah.
Baby, that can't be. Baby, that's not no revenge on you.
Not no revenge. That's
no ain't.
That's revenge on me, especially
exactly. That's my good stuff. No, I can't be.
Now if I end up pregnant, what I'm gonna do with 2 more kids? What?
Wait a minute. Why they got to be 2? Wait a minute.
I'm just that's that. What's that? Love? What's love got to do with it?
What's love got to do with it? What am I gonna do with it?
I'm doing 2 more kids. Nah, baby, leave them goddamn kids where they at.
Exactly. In your balls, as Portia Williams say.
Yeah, nah.
So done.
We're gonna get off here. We've been on here almost an hour and 30 minutes.
The last one was definitely not book related.
Yeah, that was the life. That was the life part of the segment right there.
That's the life.
But thank y'all for joining us. Return next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time as we discuss The Deep Sky by whatever her name is.
Oh, Shannon.
Y'all have a good rest of your weekend.
Bye, guys.
Have a good one, y'all.